and welcome. How are we all feeling at the moment? Today's topic is on rejection and abandonment. And now, this is something that we experience when we are very small children, and it can leave a long lasting effect on your life. It could lead to issues with trauma, issues to do with your self-image, and also having a problem with letting go and trusting people. And rejection and abandonment is what we learn, not about other people, but about ourselves. We won't learn that other people are the reason for our trauma. No, we see it as our own fault. I could have prevented it. I could have done something differently. And yes, if it is a result of your choices, understandable. But if you've been taken advantage of and you've been abused and neglected, then don't take that upon yourself, because that's not fair to you. You were younger, you didn't know better, you were naive, you were vulnerable, susceptible. Don't blame yourself for harm that others cause you. And the sad thing about rejection and abandonment, as children, we learn that we are bad. We don't learn that other people can be hurtful and toxic and take advantage of us and manipulate us. No, we find a problem within ourselves. We don't find the problem in our parents. We find the problem within, on a personal level, where we internalize this hurt, this rejection, this pain. And it leads to a lot of issues with self-worth. At the end of the day, you could start feeling unworthy, because if I'm treated like this, then what makes me think that I'm actually worth something if I'm being treated like this the whole time? And then you sort of normalize it in your mind. And then you are used to having your worth knocked down. And that makes you more vulnerable and susceptible to more trauma, more people who will take advantage of you and manipulate you. It's very important that you establish your worth, because your worth is how you value yourself, and you are valuable. And being rejected and abandoned can leave a person feeling so unworthy that they feel that they are not valuable and possibly that they don't mean anything. And also, the sad thing about rejection and abandonment, it creates self-esteem issues. Now remember, your self-esteem is how you feel about yourself, the emotions that are connected to how you relate to yourself. And being rejected and abandoned doesn't make you feel really good about yourself. In fact, it makes you feel so bad about yourself that you feel unworthy and you don't feel good in who you are. And it's not necessarily just how you look, but feeling good in who you are as a person, your personality, your traits, who you define yourself as. So rejection and abandonment can severely damage your self-esteem. And when we are rejected and abandoned when we are very young children, we don't go through the normal identity formation process. We struggle to establish our identities, and because of that, you struggle to establish yourself. Who am I in this world? What is my purpose? What do I need to do? What do I need to fulfill? And you just lose touch with yourself completely, and you struggle to lay down the foundations of who you are. And it's very difficult to establish a sense of self when you constantly have been put down and told that you are not enough and you are not worthy. And it makes it very difficult for a person to identify with themselves. And the thing is, also with rejection and abandonment, it causes a lot of issues revolving the self in the inner relationship. And you could struggle with your self-image even. And rejection and abandonment does cause issues with creating an unhealthy self-image. As I say, if you don't feel good about yourself, you're not gonna like who you are. You're not gonna like the way you look. And if you have had people bring you down on your personal appearance and calling you ugly or stupid or some other backhanded, really immature, snarky comments, and it really does take a massive toll on your self-image. You look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I don't love this person. And that's why rejection and abandonment when we are children creates a whole host of issues with the self, and that could cause us to self-destruct or to engage in self-sabotaging. And when you have been rejected and abandoned, you find it very difficult to trust people. You find it difficult to be in a committed relationship because you don't feel safe. You don't want to be vulnerable. You're scared. And that creates a lot of issues with creating healthy relationships, establishing connections, because you're unsure about yourself. And all you want to do is protect yourself. But you are building these high walls. You're not just keeping others out. You are keeping yourself trapped in your rigid boundaries. And it's very difficult to form healthy relationships. Trusting, as I mentioned, is such a difficult part because you have learned your whole life that you can't feel safe. No one is there for you emotionally. No one supports you. No one cares about you. You are rejected, put on the back burner, and ignored. And because of that, you struggle to find your worth in other people. And because of that, you struggle to trust. And trusting is one of the most difficult parts of establishing a healthy relationship, because you have to give that person the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'll get to know you and I'll trust you until you prove me wrong. So working on trust issues could also help you break through the barrier of struggling to establish healthy relationships. And we project what we cannot process. And when we cannot process all the attack that's being dealt onto ourselves and onto the self and self-image, self-esteem, self-concept, we project that into our outer world. And when we do that, we don't notice that we are actually rejecting the self. Because we were rejected, we don't know any better. We don't know how to form a healthy relationship with ourselves. So we end up actually rejecting who we are, rejecting our needs, rejecting our views, rejecting our values, rejecting our perspectives, thinking we are the enemy the whole time. But that's not true. You were just treated extremely badly in your past. Remember, rejection and abandonment severely affects the inner relationship, as I have previously mentioned. And the reason for this is you are very harsh on yourself. You see, we all have this inner dialogue, and how you speak to yourself has a big influence on how you feel about yourself, how you view yourself, all of those kinds of things. So when you are rejected and abandoned, you don't know how to accept yourself. And you struggle to relate to yourself. You struggle to internalize your reality in a constructive way. Everything is so skewed because you constantly expect the worst from people, feeling like you don't deserve better. But remember, rejection and abandonment should shape you to look for better, to create better, and to break the generational It's not always your fault, and it's hardly ever anyone's fault. Sometimes we make decisions and sometimes we're just purely taken advantage of. But don't reject the self. Don't fight with the self. And really, really work on healing from past traumatic events. So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that stunning person. Stay strong wherever you're from.